What is up, everybody? 2024 is over, and before we can talk about 2025 and what I feel like is most anticipated for 2025, we got to talk about the movies that came out in 2024. With 2024 ending, it is now like the January 3rd or 4th, so I'm a few days late making this video. But 2024 had a lot of great movies that I'm going to be rewatching definitely years from now, and also some not very good movies as well. Before I start with my list, I want to just let you know I'm not judging these movies based on how how good they are, like how well done they're made, but I'm judging them just based off my enjoyment. So my list is going to be a little wonky compared to yours. Most likely, everyone's going to complain about my number one, and I do not care. So I'm going to do my top five of the year and also my bottom three of the year. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my bottom three and end with my top five. So I've saw 41 movies, 41 2024 releases movies this year. Not all of them were theaters. Some of them were just on like Amazon, Netflix, those types of movies. But I am going to start with number 39. This one I did see in theaters, and I will preface this one saying I think I need to rewatch it. I don't think I went in with the most open mind, but it is Godzilla X Kong. I did have this movie on 4K sent out to me, so I do think I need to rewatch it. I don't even remember much of it. I know it came out earlier in the year, and I just remember being bored through most of it. Like, I'm a fan of Rebecca Hall. I'm a fan of, what's his name? Brian Tyree. But in this movie, I just found them annoying, and I just honestly cannot wait for this movie to be done with. Unironically, though, this movie does have probably my favorite scene of 2024 when Godzilla picks up the little monkey and starts just beating the crap out of the other monkeys, like with the monkey out, and then just like slings them across the forest. I thought that was the funniest thing. I was the only person in theaters laughing. So yes, I didn't think the movie was great. It did bring us that scene, so it did get a little bit of points for that. And like I said, I feel like if I rewatch it, I'll like it more the second time, but who knows. At number 40, so next to last, is Madam Web. The only reason I went to see this in theaters is because of how bad the reviews were. It got a 4 out of 10 on IMDb. A lot of people look at Rotten Tomatoes. I look at IMDb. I feel like it's usually a pretty good scale rating of where they should be. But yeah, Madam Web got a 4 out of 10. This movie just did not have a lot of good qualities for me. The acting was terrible. The writing was terrible. Just the delivery of lines was almost laughable every single time they delivered a line. I talked about that more in my review. Go check that out. But yeah, this movie is just one of those that you go watch with some friends and you laugh about. It's not anything that's like groundbreaking. It's not great. It's fun to watch, but in the way that it's so bad that it's fun to watch. But yeah, definitely go check that out. I still recommend to watch it just because how funny it is. And with my number 41 on the list, the very last movie, I wasn't expecting much of it. I know it's a low budget movie, but Moustache. This movie came out for the Halloween season, and the only reason I went to see this on Hulu, I think. The only reason I saw it is because it had Steamboat Willie's character, because he became public domain. They made it a horror movie, just like they do with The Grinch, just like what they did with Winnie the Pooh. I was like, you know what? Let me give this a chance. And while I know it's low budget, didn't have a lot of money, it looked like a high school production. The acting was so bad. The story made absolutely no sense. The only reason I finished watching it was because I started it and I felt like I had to, but I could have turned it off after 5 minutes and been fine. But yeah, those are my last three. That was my number 41 movie of the year. Let's get into the top five. I feel like my top five is pretty good, except for number one. I feel like definitely is going to get me some crap, but I'm okay with it. Starting at number 5, though, this movie just came out on Christmas. This was a movie I was not expecting to go see until I saw the great reviews for it, and it's Nosferatu. The only experience I have with Nosferatu is him flipping the light switch up and on in SpongeBob, and honestly did not know much of the story. I saw the trailer and it looked okay, but I was waiting to see the reviews, and it did not disappoint. This is a movie that's still in theaters. You have to go see this in theaters if you want the full experience. The sound mixing, the soundtrack, the acting is absolutely amazing. You have to check this one out in theaters. This is another reason also this movie why I like AMC Pass. If I didn't have it and I had to go pay for a ticket, I probably would not have. But since I have AMC Pass, I'm already paying for it, so I went to go see it, and that is one of the reasons I love AMC Pass. Regal, AMC Pass, definitely recommend to get it, because I go to more movies that I normally wouldn't go see just because I'm already paying for it. And honestly, this is how I catch a lot of good ones, including Nosferatu. In Nosferatu, acting was absolutely phenomenal, but Lily Rose Depp, Johnny Depp's daughter, stole the show. Absolutely loved her performance in it, and I do want to re-see this in theaters. Coming at number 4, we have The Wild Robot. This is another one I did not even really know about it. I do trailer reactions as well. I saw The Wild Robot come by. Some people did trailer reactions, and I skipped it because I'm like, this is probably just another dumb animated movie that's not going to get a lot of praise, not going to get a lot of attention, and just kind of come and go away. I saw the reviews for this, and I was like, I turned to my wife. She saw the reviews too. She doesn't go to a lot of movies with me. We both went to see this, and it blew me away. This movie was absolutely amazing, especially if you're a parent. It will break you down. The story, the act, or the voicing, the animation was absolutely amazing in this movie. So yeah, The Wild Robot was awesome, and I even picked it up on 4K, and I expect to watch that pretty soon. I do want to watch it with my parents and the rest of my family, so my wife got this for me for Christmas. Definitely one of the top movies of the year. Go see it or check it out. Coming at number 3, we have Dune Part 2. This one was another one I was not expecting to like. The first Dune was okay. I wasn't in love with it the first time I saw it a couple years ago. I did miss it in theaters, and I rewatched it like right before the second one came out, and I liked it a little bit better, but I know the visuals were so good, it is one that I had to go see in theaters. But along with just the visuals, acting was good. Honestly, this movie, even at 2 hours 45 minutes, did not feel like this. Austin Butler was amazing in this movie, and my favorite part about the movie was Hans Zimmer. If you don't know, Hans Zimmer is the composer. He does a lot of other movies as well. He's one of my favorite movie composers of all time. His score does not miss, and this is another one that just doesn't miss. This is a fun watch. Check it out. Even if you don't like the story or anything, just for the visuals, check it out. And the special effects, it's really good. Just check it out. So I feel like my top 2 movies are definitely going to get some hate for it. They're not the best movies ever made, but these are the ones I had the most fun with during the year. So number 2 is Deadpool vs. Wolverine. I know a lot of people, my wife especially, doesn't like Ryan Reynolds, but his humor, I don't know, I like his humor. It fits with me. And while wasn't my favorite movie, I just had a ton of fun with it. I'm a huge nerd for cameos and Easter eggs, and this thing gave us a basket full of Easter eggs. I was eating it up the whole time. A lot of people thought it was kind of cheap and they overdid it. I was eating up the whole time. I loved every single cameo, even if I didn't know all of them, just because I haven't watched a lot of Marvel and those movies in the past. I still enjoyed them. This was just a fun movie throughout, and that's all I really have to say about it. It's not the best movie ever made. Sometimes the story was here and there, but overall, I had a lot of fun watching this movie. I'm scared to mention my number 1 because I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash for it. But it is Joker Folie à Deux. So I understand why a lot of people did not like this movie. I think I had such a bias towards liking the first movie and Arthur Fleck's character portrayed by Joaquin Phoenix that I was going to like this no matter what. When it was first introduced as a musical, I was mad at first like everybody else because I feel like the audience that liked the Joker isn't a musical audience, so I feel like that planning was very bad. I like musicals, but after like a couple weeks, I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this a chance. I opened up to it. I got super excited for it. I went to see it in IMAX, and I enjoyed it. Honestly, like I said, it's not the best movie there ever made. Some of the songs did take me out, but I did enjoy most of them. And so much in fact that I had to pick up the Steelbook 4K of it. But yeah, it was just, I don't know, I guess just because that bias, I liked it so much. I had a lot of fun with it. I've even seen it 2 more times since I have bought it on 4K, which has been 4 times now in total. But let me know what you think about my ratings. Let me know how bad they are, because I know I'm going to get a lot of crap for them. Hit that subscribe button if you would like to see the most anticipated movies of 2025. I think that's going to be my next video. Peace.